Have you ever made almond cake? No, I am sharing this recipe because this was a flavorful one. For the almond lovers, I believe that you will love this one. And even if you're not an almond lover, give it a try. I'm sure you will enjoy this. It didn't take a lot of ingredients to make, nor did it take a lot of time. To make this, all I needed was some granulated sugar and butter, almond flavoring, all-purpose flour, chopped almonds, baking powder, along with a little salt, nutmeg, my eggs, and of course my fluid was some milk. I started off by breaking my eggs, remove those from the shell, and then remove also the eyes of the eggs. You'll find that when you're eating your cake, you might taste that raw taste or it will smell raw. So make sure that you remove the eyes of your eggs. Added that to my bowl along with my sugar. Now I incorporated that, and what I was aiming for here, the result should have been, and I got that result, was a white, creamy, smooth texture and look, is as in color, from my butter and my sugar. This process took me about anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes, and the result was exactly what I wanted it to be. Light, white, creamy sugar and egg combination here. My milk was supposed to be hot or at least warm, so I added that to my saucepan, then added it to my flame, after which I added my butter. The aim was to make sure that my butter was melted in my milk. For this part of my butter, after melting my butter, the aim was to add my flour or a part of my flour to this. So I added that and whisk it in to make sure that there were no lumps in this, because once the lump is in this section, then we're gonna add the lump into the other section of the batter, which I didn't need to happen. Now, after this, I added another batch of the flour to my sugar and egg mixture, and I made sure that was incorporated before continuing with the rest of my ingredients. Now guys, if it's the first time you're being here, thank you so much for being here. If you've been here before, thanks much for being back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell when you subscribe, so every time I upload a video you will be notified. Also make sure that you scrape down the sides of your bowl when you are baking. Now I've added my baking powder and salt along with my nutmeg. My nutmeg is a teaspoon of nutmeg, a tablespoon of my baking powder, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I am using in total 3 cups of all-purpose flour for this batter, a tablespoon of our flavoring, and that's the almond flavor that's added, quarter cup of our chopped almond, and that's what you need. Now I have added the other part of my batter to this, and that's it. I'm just going to incorporate everything together, and then I'll add this to my baking tin. Now it is ideal to use a 9-inch baking tin for this, but I wanted to cut my cake in squares, so I used a rectangular tin for this. The butter that was used, the amount of butter that was used in this was a cup of butter, and you can go unsalted butter. After all that is incorporated, I added this and I baked for 40 minutes in total, and when it was done, that was the result. I allowed it to cool because I also made a topping for this, just a nice little almond topping for you to add to each slice that you're going to have. And that too was simple to make. So while that was cooling, I went in and I made my topping. That was about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter, and I added some sugar to this, and the sugar was the icing sugar along with some chopped almonds. And I use milk in this, and sorry, heavy cream in this. And the aim was just to have a nice rich creamy topping to go on this. I ended up using more milk than sugar, so you'll find that it is not a very sweet topping, and also some almond flavoring, because remember, this is almond cake. Now when that was cooled, I removed it from my tin and cut into the squares that I needed, and that was it. This was delicious. I recommend that you try this one. And it's easy to make. And instead of going to purchase your stuff, then just make your stuff, right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do hope you like this one. And as usual, make sure that you leave a comment. Tell me how it works out for you and if you liked it. This is my topping. It's creamy and it's nice and delicious, and it has the chopped almonds in it. Nice. My son actually had this all by itself. So I poured some of my topping on my cake, and just to pep that up a bit, I added some cherries to it. Yes, to highlight it. It was nice. It was great. Can I say that again? It was nice. It was great. Give it a try, and thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye.